So today we have an interesting video topic, and I'm sure a lot of you, if you watch Call of Duty videos on YouTube, you've probably seen this talked about a good amount of times in a lot of people's YouTube comment section. So I'm just going to go ahead and address the elephant in the room and dare to make a video on this particular subject, and that is, who is better, the MarkOfJ or OpTiC Scumpii? And in our left corner, we have one of the most well-known names in Call of Duty. He's been pub stomping on kids since Black Ops 1, and legend has it that if he calls in a VSAT on you, that your life literally just ends right at that instant. Ladies and gentlemen, let me introduce to you the man with the 5,000 hands, the MarkOfJ, aka the Thomas Crown. And in our right corner, we have a real treat, ladies and gentlemen. We have the man who came on the Call of Duty competitive scene, and he came out guns blazing. And ladies and gentlemen, let me tell you, if he gets on a hot streak, when he's feeling the momentum, you better just get out of the way because he's about to steamroll right through you. Ladies and gentlemen, let me introduce to you OpTiC Scumpii, aka the King. So if you follow Call of Duty at all, especially in the Black Ops 3 era, then you probably know who Scump is and you probably know who the MarkOfJ is. Arguably two of the best Call of Duty players today, and for good reason. I mean, if you watch both of their YouTube channels, they post crazy gameplays. Now, if you guys for some reason don't know who they are, or maybe you know who they are but you don't really follow them like that, I'm going to give you guys a quick breakdown. So on one hand, we have OpTiC Scumpii, and he is pretty much referred to as the king of competitive Call of Duty. You know, if you're talking competitive Call of Duty, you have to mention Scump's name because he's widely considered one of the best players in the game right now. And it's been considered that way for a long time, and it's deserving. I mean, the guy's won tournaments, the guy's shot is a freak of nature, and he's just extremely fun to watch play. And then we have the MarkOfJ, who is a well-known pub stomper in the Call of Duty community, and he's been stomping for a very long time, folks. So when you see the MarkOfJ's gameplays, you'll know what I'm talking about. Say this guy posts some insane gameplays. I mean, crazy. The guy, it's unbelievable how he just gets this game footage and is able to post so consistently. Like, the guy posts every single day just crazy gameplay after crazy gameplay, and it's just like you can't help but respect it. All right, so now that you have some background on these two individuals, let's get more into the meat of the subject. So who's better? Well, I've been doing a lot of calculated research, been doing a lot of testing, in-game statistics, you know, things of that nature, and I finally determined an answer, and I have it for you here, ladies and gentlemen, and that answer is neither. Now wait, hold on, wait a minute, okay, let me explain. You see, as great as both of these guys are, they're completely different in the terms of how they play. You have Scump on one hand, he's a competitive player. He literally grinds this game for 6 to 8 hours a day, constantly trying to get better and improve his skill. And he has to, you know, he's a competitive player. He plays in tournaments. This is his job, his livelihood. His job is to win Call of Duty games. And of course, if that's your job, then you have to consistently be grinding the game to get better and get better and get better. So he's constantly playing scrims, pubs, you know, whatever he really needs to do to keep his shot on point, keep his game knowledge on point so that he's always performing at the best of his abilities. Now, on the other hand, you have the MarkOfJ, who isn't a competitive Call of Duty player. Now, I say that because if he's not competitive, then he's casual. So in the mind of a casual player, you know, he doesn't have to consistently grind the game to try and get better. You know, he just plays for fun and posts to get great gameplays because his YouTube channel is centered around great gameplay. And I mean, if you've seen his channel, you see how great of gameplays he posts. But that being said, he plays his game at the end of the day for fun. And he's already said that he expressed he has no interest in going competitive. So, I mean, he just plays for fun. So he's not out here trying to compete with the likes of Scumpii or Crim6 or Aches or any other of the Call of Duty pros out there. Not to say that he couldn't, but he's just not. And so for that reason, you can't really compare them because they don't play the same game so to speak. You know, competitive Call of Duty and casual Call of Duty are two very different metas, two very different games. So until the MarkOfJ decides to go competitive, you can't really bring a fair comparison to these two players that would make sense. And like I said, MarkOfJ has already said that he has no interest in going competitive. So if you guys really wanted to know who's better out of the MarkOfJ and Scump, I guess you'll never really know. So that's the end of this video, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed it. If you did, I'd appreciate if you left a like on the video and also subscribe for all of my future videos. I'd appreciate that greatly from all of you guys. But that's all for now, guys. So you all have a great day, and once again, this is Prodigy. Thanks for listening.